All right, today on Guardian Answers, we're going to talk about back sets. What is a back set? Okay, thanks for joining us today in another video. Today we're talking about back sets. You may not, if you're not in the industry, you may not have any idea what that even means. But a back set basically is the distance from the edge of the door to the center of the hole where the lock is. So if we're talking about like a standard lever on a door, you'd measure from the edge of the door to the center of where the 2 1/8 inch hole is in the door, where the lever or knob or deadbolt is. So on regular style doors, meaning a wood door or any kind of residential door, you're gonna have either a commercial lever on it, which will have like latches like these. Right? These are their latches. They stick in the side of the door, then the lever comes on. So this sticks in the side, then the lever comes on, and then they interact and it pulls back the latch as needed. So commercial back set is 2 3/4 from the edge of the door to the center of the hole is 2 3/4 inch. So this is a commercial latch for a commercial lever. So it's 2 3/4 inch from here, from the edge of the door to the center of the hole. Then you have a residential latch, which is like this one right here, which is 2 3/8. So anytime you go to any business, any house, anything like that, where they have a standard cylindrical prep, and what I mean by that is the standard size of the hole that's in the door, usually on a residential or where a deadbolt goes or a lever or knob goes, that's called cylindrical prep when you have that circular hole there. And these are made to work with those, and these are the back sets. Like I said, commercial is 2 3/4, residential is 2 3/8. And we'll put some visuals up here for you to see too, and hopefully that helps.
And another way to look at when you're talking about back set is just measure from the keyhole. The keyhole is essentially centered on the lock. It's centered on the hole in the door where the lock is installed. So if you measure from the keyhole to the edge of the door, that's the distance for your back set.
Right. And on a residential, it's 2 3/8, and commercial is 2 3/4 inch. Now you'll get like these, like we sell like our generic residential hardware, which can be put on a commercial door technically, most of them. You'll get some kind of latch like this, and this comes in our standard like master lock basic residential hardware. And if you look at them closely, I'll let you take a look at that. You can spin it. Right now it's residential back set. So from here to this crosshair center should be 2 3/8. Now if I spin this, it extends and now it's 2 3/4. And the reason why they have it like that is in case someone buys it and they're trying to put it on a commercial door, it'll allow them to quickly adjust the latch and then problem solved. So this is like a deadbolt latch. Those other two latches that I had a second ago, these are commercial lever latches. Now, that's on cylindrical prep doors, which is the most common doors everybody's gonna see in their house and businesses. But any kind of storefront, like the one we're in right now, that has an aluminum storefront glass door, where the whole door is glass and you have a frame around it that's aluminum about that big of a style around the whole window, you use things like this. These are like little mortise bodies. So there's full body mortises that are much bigger than this that go into wood doors, but these are used for like your shopping center, your retail environments. And the most common is a 1 1/8 inch back set, which is the distance from the edge of the door to the center of this hole here where the cylinders screw in. So the most common is 1 1/8. Sometimes you'll find a 31/32, which is just the hole's just a little closer to the edge. And then even rarer, you'll sometimes find the 1.5 inches. I mean, talking to Paul earlier, he said he's maybe seen one of these.
One of those in 40 years.
Right, and I just so happen to have one on the counter. I'm like, oh, perfect for the video. So this one is 1.5 inch back set, and you can tell the difference. Now, honestly, I'll tell you the truth. I didn't even know 1.5 inches existed until about 1.5 years ago. And how we found out is we've been doing all these hot yoga, hot works locations across Texas, and we're putting these electrified mortise bodies in the front door, and we either order them 31/32 or 1 1/8. And we sent him 4 hours out of town. And he's going, hey man, I've never seen this before, but this one's 1.5 inches. And so they had to quickly find a supplier because they're out of town for a day and a half and they're right back in town. They're 4 hours out. So found a local supplier, got it, and now we stock those going forward. And the crazy thing is too is specifically in the Dallas area and the Fort Worth area, there actually is a lot of those 1.5 inches. I would say there's more 1.5 inches than 1.8 inches, which is weird. So I guess it's just where you are in the United States as to what they use, what's their standard, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't know why they would use more of those unless they just want a door with a
Bigger style.
bigger style, a heavier door perhaps, heavier
Right.
frame door.
Because on those aluminum storefront glass doors, the style is usually maybe about that big. I don't know the measurement, but it's about that big, just big enough for the cylinder to fit on it. And sometimes you can get them where they're a little larger, you know, where it has a little bit more room to mount something on it. But anyway, that's what a back set is. So just to sum it up, there's back sets on cylindrical prep doors, which are your standard everyday doors, 2 3/8 for residential, 2 3/4 inch for commercial. Then there's the aluminum storefront glass doors, 3 common back sets, 31 32, inch and an eighth, which is the most common, and then inch and a half. So not a great sexy subject to cover, but you know, it's some information for you to absorb and learn. So we appreciate the support as always. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel or some of our other YouTube channels, Udropreneur and Guardian Approved. We're on all the social media platforms, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We appreciate the support as always.